Hey everybody, welcome back. It's another mini cast on the Shield of Hope channel. I have no guest with me today. This is just kind of a recap and moving forward in the process of 2021 and beyond. 2020 is officially ending. You guys can take that as a good thing or it could be a bad thing, but for some of us it's probably a good thing. It's ending. This year has been quite the train wreck, and we can only look for brighter and be thankful for the things to come in 2021 if you are optimistic like I am. Anyways, but we continue to do what we do here at Shield of Hope. We continue to make films. We continue to produce content and media and have podcasts. You guys, first off, thank you for this year. And I know I'll do a year-end wrap-up eventually sometime in 2020, probably in December, because we can't really do the best and worst films of this year because guess what, guys? There was no films. But anyways, with that being said, we're going to do a wrap-up, and again, a special thank you. I'll probably have more guests on. We'll probably do we might even do a New Year's episode. We might have special guests. Who knows? But we do have guests coming up in 2021, and we also got films. So let me talk about the films first. So we got to finish up Assimilation. We got to finish up Northstrand. You guys have been liking what you've been seeing from the teasers and all that, and I know that was a few months ago before The Fallen Leaves. And actually, that went very well. Thank you. Before The Fallen Leaves. You got to add the second before, even though that's not grammatically correct. Well, technically, I guess it is. Whatever. Yeah, off topic. I do that quite a few times. So, those are the films we got to finish up. We're continuing to do podcasts. We have a few special guests. I don't want to say what they are yet because we haven't booked them officially, but we want to spend a few minutes of their time. They are in the film industry themselves. One's a writer and a director. The other one's a singer. The other one is another actor in the film industry, and we're hoping to get them down soon before they go on breaks and stuff like that between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, guys, hopefully, there it is. So, we're going to try our best to get more entertainment for you guys and to get more insight for ourselves as well and ask some questions and get tips and things that might even help us out here on the channel. So, there's that. Looking forward into 2021. Today, I did want to talk a little bit about something, though, and this was brought up today by one of I'm not going to pronounce the name, but it was brought up by a high school student, and I think this is very relevant to what I thought the whole time growing up and even when I was in college. Why do we not have now? Some of us, I was blessed where I went to school, high school. I'm mentioning. I was blessed to have a good media and journalism program where I was. We didn't really go into film that often, but we did have small filmmaking things. We had to make music videos, etc. So before I went into college, I had a head start. I knew how to do the switchers. I knew how to work the camera, to direct, how to be an anchor, and quite frankly, I was a terrible anchor. But I will never admit that. Anyways, because, we're doing this now. It's funny, and I'm going to get off topic here. It's funny how... and you guys might not find it funny, but it's funny how if you would take yourself as you are today and go back in high school, especially when you're like in your 20s, or 20s or 30s, and you're looking back, maybe even in 40s, 50s, whatever, moving on forward, looking back and you wish you were the same now back in high school and you would dominate because that's, it's almost like it's carefree. The older you get, the more carefree you are. At least that's how I feel. Maybe I'm just an old soul. So anyways, I wish that I had more of an opportunity for filmmaking because I'm going to be quite honest with you. For our degree and for our career choice, I wish we were out there at 18 years old. As soon as we got out of high school, we could have a hands-on learning experience how to do filmmaking, business management, short films, feature films, PR, journalism. I wish we could walk out of there at 18 years old because, quite frankly, we really don't need to better ourselves in the college setting for what we do for a career. And a lot of people might disagree with me. Colleges are going to disagree with me because they want the people's money. I understand that, and, that's honestly the truth. But bottom line is, it's not rocket science what we do. Yes, we can better ourselves probably in a history setting, probably in more grammatical writing classes if we did take some sort of stuff like that. But you had your master classes and your other resources out there that you could better yourself in outside the college setting to make yourself better. Heck, I learned a lot of stuff on YouTube growing up through. So in 2015, when we officially started this, I was doing school in 2014, and through 2015, I learned a lot more stuff on YouTube than I learned from universities and my high school career. And even just, when you're out working with other people and crafting a vision, when you're holding the camera, the more times you're holding a camera is better off for you. I know a quick story here, and I know I ramble off quite a bit, but quick story. A director friend of mine who we went to the same school, he was talking about about, he's like, man, I'm so glad that you're still continuing your work, and how are you, first of all, doing these short films? I'm like, well, I'm producing it, I'm getting the volunteers in the area that I can, and we're just running with it because, I'd rather be doing something than nothing. And quite frankly, I'm still going to be able to tell stories, whether I have to do a different job or not, but that's still going to be a passion, and I'm still going to fight through it. He's like, man, that's awesome. I wish I could direct like you do and take the time and effort. And I'm like, well, why can't you? He's like, well, I haven't picked up a camera in 3 years. I was like, so, just like sports, you got to progressively continue to practice. Otherwise, you are going to get bad. So I encourage people to just pick up a camera, shoot stuff with your friends. It might be terrible. It might be iPhone footage. It doesn't matter what camera you have. Continue to shoot things. Get your filmmaking techniques down and learn your craft so that when you actually get the fancier cameras, when you get the actual proper education, basically what you're doing. And a lot of this that we do comes from just learning on the job and learning from higher ups and really just processing your own information, taking all of it together. But I want to say, I wish, and this will be a goal in 2021 for me personally, especially in this area, and I challenge other people in other areas. If you are big into education purposes, if you are big into helping kids with their life and their future decisions, I challenge you guys in your areas. If you guys don't have a good program in your high school, if you don't have a program at all in media, in journalism, in filmmaking, in any of this PR business, talk to your advisor. Not talk to your advisors, but yes, they have advisors at school, obviously. But talk to board members. Get it started in your community. And I understand that's easier said than done when you're a high schooler. But the high schooler that reached out to me today was telling me, he's like, listen, I'm reaching out. I'm going to try to better this program so when I come back 4 years, hopefully it's kickstarted and I can help people in where I'm at. And I applaud that, and I think that is a great thing. And I think together in this area, we're going to team up and we're going to try to help out, whether it's me personally offering people just classes and stuff like that. And I understand I'm not this big almighty filmmaker. I get it. I'm only an amateur still learning the craft, just like a lot of other people out there on the YouTube, on the social medias. In life, you're still learning what you do. Nobody's ever perfect, especially in this field, but we strive to get there. And I would love to reach out to the community. I would love to reach out to local schools and try to help. And I can't fund anything, obviously, but I would like to help them try to get funding and educate the kids a lot more and help them. I would love to see more filmmakers in this area. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people, tell me, well, Donnie, don't you want to be the only filmmaker? Because then you can do weddings, you could do all sorts of stuff. You can do your short films. You could bring people in. You could create this new Hollywood spectrum here in Pennsylvania. And I'm over here listen, I want to see more people because art is meant to be shared. I love seeing more people show up in my field, and yeah, I understand. In this area, we have a bunch of photographers. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of photographers. There's photographers that know how to use a camera very well. There's photographers that really can't, but they call themselves photographers. We all know people like that. But listen, the good photographers, we have a lot in this area, and I applaud that, and I applaud people. And I'm all for competition because competition is what makes the market grow. I love that idea. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just me personally. And art is meant to be shared, and filmmaking is an art, and I appreciate that 100% of the time. I want to see more people come into it in this community. I would love to, again, create my own little Hollywood setting here and make it grow in this area. And this area is not really big for it. So you can call yourself an entrepreneur. You can call yourself whatever, but make it grow in your area. I'm reaching out to high school kids, young adults, grown adults. If you care about quality of education and you want to see, because in 2020 and beyond, media is going to continue to take off. We have new technologies coming out so much that, people are going to have to learn this. Kids are going to have to learn this. And I want to see people succeed not only in life, but in businesses and entrepreneurship and just being able to start and create new stuff. Obviously, I'm speaking out to filmmakers. But if you're just somebody watching this channel that's not really, in the filmmaking, and I encourage you to be, but if you're not in the filmmaking, the best advice I can give you is continue to love what you do, continue to practice what you do so you can get better. And on top of that, continue to educate yourself the most that you can and just be passionate about what you do. Don't ever give it up because then your dreams will never come true. And sometimes your dreams don't come true in life at the end of it. I don't know if my dream's ever going to come true at the end of it, but it's not going to stop me from trying. And I hope you guys continue to have that same attitude. That was the mini cast for today. Hopefully you guys will be able to find this on YouTube, Facebook. Don't know about Twitter. I don't use Twitter a lot. I wish I would. But yeah, Instagram, you guys will be able to find all the mini casts and podcasts. And also, I guess I should throw this in there. Our website is officially up. So, I mean, it's been up, but it's updated. Let me just put it that way. Our website is updated, folks. You can watch all the podcast episodes and listen to them on there. You can watch all our short films on there and listen to them as well. And hopefully you guys check it out. And I think you'll enjoy it because I enjoy making this stuff for you. And it's honestly been a pleasure, and working with some great cast and crew and volunteers and everything else in the meantime. So thank you guys for all the support. I will catch you back on a later podcast. Hopefully we'll get one out here within the next 1 to 2 weeks. I understand we haven't had one in a while. We were focusing on Before the Fallen Leaves, and you guys have absolutely killed that, and I thank you. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. God bless.